evening, morning, or whatever time it is in your questionable little reality tunnel. You're watching CBD 69 News, the only network brave enough to report live from the boiling potato zone where journalism meets absolute nonsense. I'm your host, yes, me, your certified starch-based correspondent, broadcasting from a studio that is 40% news desk, 60% mashed potato, and 100% legally questionable under several local zoning laws. In tonight's top story, take us deep into the shimmering corporate meat grinder of the gaming industry, where ambition, deadline, and creative passion allegedly collide in ways that make HR departments spontaneously combust. We are talking about one of the most anticipated entertainment releases of the decade, a project so massive it reportedly bends time, sleep schedules, and human patience itself into something resembling modern art or workplace folklore, depending on who you ask, okay? And behind the glossy trailers and hype cycles, whispers are emerging from inside the machine. Not confirmed truths, not official statements, just stories floating through the digital fog like suspiciously caffeinated pigeons. Fuck this gum. That's better. Story of pressure, stories of intensity, story of people allegedly working under conditions that make regular 9-to-5 jobs look like a spa vacation sponsored by unemployment benefits. Now, CBD 69 News not confirm, deny, or understand most things it reports on, okay? We simply observe, interpret, and occasionally drop the microphone when the facts get too spicy for human comprehension, okay? And today, we're peeling back the curtain. Not all the way, not legally, but just enough to make you go, well, wait a second, what? So stay tuned, keep your emotional support potatoes close, and prepare yourself because after the break, I'm reading the full report straight from the source, and trust me, it gets weird. This is CBD 969 News. Let's go ahead and dive right on into the article here. So, Rockstar employees, they report intense crunch to finish GTA 6. The poor babies rolling around in previous money that they've earned. Aww. So workers allegedly have to stay in the office until 3 a.m. That's right, get back to work. We want the game out by July. That'd be great. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game of all time, no doubt about it. And this naturally puts a lot of pressure on the developers, which turns into crunch. Allegedly, one Glassdoor review from a worker based in Bangalore, India, claims that Rockstar is pushing its employees hard, making them work overtime without pay. Some of them had to work from morning until 3 a.m. to try and complete the task that usually takes 5 to 6 months in just 2 to 3 months instead. The schedule has been hectic since last month. The review says, adding that complaining to HOD is useless. Who the hell's HOD? Exciting project, but unrealistic workload and expectations. Current employee of Bangalore. Recommended CEO approval, business outlook pros. Free food is nice. The growth is but limited. You get to work on the most anticipated entertainment project in the world. The cons. You're expected to work overtime without pay. The work schedule has been hectic since last month. Some colleagues had to work till 3 a.m. in the morning after completing their shifts in the morning. They're expected us to complete tasks that usually take 5 to 6 months and 2 to 3 months. If you complain to HOD, it's useless. Advice to management. I enjoyed working here in the previous year, but the last few weeks have been a toll on my mental health. Please be lenient on us. We are humans too. When asked if this was true, insider Reese Riley, also known as Kiwi Talks, replied, "What you call crunch is just normal day-to-day work in India, so 100% yes. India isn't known for work-life balance. I spent a lot of time there due to family and friends, and I know how crazy they work." Well, obviously, I get it. They're expected to complete the task in 2 to 3 months, which usually takes 5 to 6 months. That's pretty good. That's a lot of work. And not everyone believes that one review, pointing out that there are others praising the work-life balance part, to which Kiwi Talk said he visits India often and knows people at Rockstar Bangalore. By the way, work-life balance by Indian standards is still shit by Western standards, which is really sad because Western standards ain't that great either. This is not only feedback mentioning crunch, however. In an Indeed review from March, this time from New York, the U.S. complains that Rockstar's crunch micromanaging culture, although there, people work 9 to 10 hours a day, not until 3 a.m., and it's not clear if the integrity experiments team the person worked at is connected to GTA 6 or not. Work 9 to 10 hour days. Crunch micromanaging culture. No free food, no empathy, complicated architecture. Micromanaging, low pay, no hope for promotion. Nice and clean. Office, good benefits. Commuter benefits. On the other hand, just last year, Bloomberg's journalist Jason Scheer claimed that GTA 6 crunch was nothing compared to Rockstar's project. Skepticism is always healthy, but I've been keeping tabs on this for years since my big 2018 story about Red Dead 2's crunch. They certainly haven't eliminated all the overtime, but everyone I've talked to, Rockstar says it's night and day from previous projects. And if that changes, I'll report on it. Interesting. I find this to be very intriguing. It doesn't matter. They'll find some other fool to fucking fill the role. I mean, come on. If they came at me and said, hey, would you like to work for Rockstar and build a game? Hell yeah, I would. Because I want to see it. All this has to be taken with a grain of salt, of course. Rockstar would never admit to a crunch, but reviews alone are not confirmation. It's up to you whether you believe it or care about it at all. But I can imagine a company working overtime to deliver such a huge gem as GTA 6. The question is if the employees receive what they deserve. We'll see how it works out. Absolutely, we will. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure they are under a lot of crunch time right now, trying to make sure that the game's ready for November, and I cannot wait for this game to stomp Call of Duty. It is going to be so exciting to watch Activision crumble at the seams. It is. And there you have it, folks. Another episode of Everything is Normal and Nothing is on Fire. Brought to you by CBD 69 News, where journalistic integrity is optional and my potato skin is permanently stressed. What we just went through, though, what I just dramatically read aloud in my finest potato diction is one of those stories that doesn't really land in a neat little box. It sits somewhere between industry reality check, corporate chaos theory, and why does this always happen at 2 a.m. in a Slack message? Now, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm a fucking potato. I don't think. I boil emotionally, but I can say this. Whenever you hear about massive projects like this, especially ones wrapped in hype so thick you could spread it on toast, there's always another layer underneath the surface. Sometimes it's dedication, sometimes it's pressure, and sometimes it's just fortunate reality of big machines moving too fast for the humans inside them to comfortably keep up. And maybe that's the real story here. Not just what was said, but what I represent. The tension between ambition and exhaustion, between we're making something incredible and please let me sleep before I become soup. But hey, above my pay grade, okay? And I'm just here to deliver the chaos in a suit and tie. Oh, fuck. I didn't wear it today. Oh, I'm naked. Made entirely of mashed potatoes and questionable ethics. So if you leave this broadcast, remember, every big line has 100 smaller stories underneath it, and most of them are probably yelling into a group chat at 3 a.m. asking if anyone has seen their sanity. This has been CBD 69 News, and I've been your potato host, your emotional support starch unit, and your legally ambiguous narrator of truth-adjacent events. Until next time, stay crispy, stay curious, and if your job ever asks you to just quickly fix something, run. Good night!
Potato. Tato, 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 tato. Yeah. Potato, tato, tato, tato. Yeah. Yeah. Potato, tato, tone, tyrant, 9